All right. Welcome in. This is the company. I am B. Lenny. Got Rich. Got Nick here. Mobile's going to join us in just a few minutes. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Got a few topics we want to bring up here. Today is May 14th. It is the middle of May. All damn ready. Kids are.
I'm right.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Kids are gearing up to get out of school. Some kids are gearing up to graduate. Congratulations to the graduates of 2026, whether you're in college or getting out of college or high school or wherever your educational journey has landed you at this point in time. Good congratulations. I hope you guys make good decisions and follow your heart's desire. Shoot, I had a brain fart just now. But yeah, May 14th, starting a little bit later than usual. Hope that doesn't bother anybody too tight, too toughly, or too much. Has some hiccups, but we got everything situated. And how you guys doing? You guys doing good? The pollen out there still killing you, or you surviving?
Bruh.
It's been better lately for me. I mean, it's been rough. I will say, the first few months it was pretty brutal.
Mhm.
But
It's been
Normally,
pretty. I think it's been pretty tame lately, to be honest with you, with the pollen and everything.
So here's the thing: tree pollen's gone down. Grass pollen is like skyrocketed.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like that.
Mhm.
Like that for me has been the thing. 'Cause, man, we went to Asheville last weekend, and like here it's not so bad, but up in Asheville, like my truck was like a whole different shade of yellow. So I was
Yeah.
like, why are we doing this again? Like I was already, I
We
was
gotta,
already fine with it.
we gotta do it every year, man. We gotta do it
Um,
every year. I do it every year.
Good.
Yeah.
you're like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm with Rich though. It's more like the grass pollen. 'Cause I mean, like, I agree the tree pollen was not as bad, but that would that wouldn't doesn't mean anything to my allergies, man. Because I know like in March and April I sounded awful. So
Bruh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But so far, if you have been under a rock and not paying attention, there has been how do I want to say it? There has been fear of a new pandemic. Not necessarily a new pandemic, but a pandemic that has reared its ugly head once again. The hantavirus,
Haunted.
hantavirus. An expedition cruise ship capable of exploring remote Antarctic regions became the epicenter of the first deadly hantavirus outbreak at sea, killing 3 passengers on the MV Hondeus. And a lot of people are wondering what the hell a hantavirus is. I'm going to keep reading parts and pieces of this article I read. What's going on, Mobile?
Yeah, we bet.
Yep. So the hantavirus had previously been an obscure illness typically spread through exposure and infected rodents, urine, and droppings. It's notoriously difficult to diagnose and has no specified antiviral treatment. It was definitively identified relatively recently in a field rodent near the Hanten River in South Korea in 1978, and it finally explained the mystery cause of the Korean hemorrhage fever that infected thousands of United Nations troops during the Korean War. Go ahead.
That I did not know.
Yeah. So they're saying that it's harder to catch than the coronavirus, but it's still a thing. Says though rare, the disease has drawn attention in the U.S. over the decades due to its incredibly high case fatality rate, up to 50% among the strains that circulate in the Americas. Yeah, so
Sounds
this
like a whole
is
lot of note to me.
yeah, so this is something else that we have to worry about, and hopefully we don't start buying all the tissue paper again and hoarding it like we did last time. But people panic. That is what we do. You're hearing conflicting stories on the news. You're hearing one news station say you can't barely catch it, it's fine, you're going to be all right, and the next one saying run for the hills.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to get the story straight.
No. So it's not too far out there to believe that we're going to be locked down in our houses again.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible.
I would say it's not possible, but it's probably highly. Because think about
They're
it
gonna
like this,
fight
right?
like heck to avoid that.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
you know, but given the fact of the state of our
Regime.
state, yeah, like Brian and I were kind of talking about this earlier, right? Where we as people, right? Whenever you have an issue with your car, you take it to an ASE certified mechanic. Most of us do, in some way, shape, or form, right? Because let's just be honest. It's like I like to know that when I leave the shop, my tires are going to stay on, and the part that I had you replace is going to work. And you were talking about years of experience and years of understanding and the mechanical workings of the machine that I've laid in front of you. Now, I don't know about you, but why is it that we will make sure that we take it to a reputable source for our car, but then when it comes to our own personal health, it's like I'm going to trust a 24-year-old that is trying to sell me some pill that's going to magically increase my libido and at the same time cure cancer. Like, help me understand
the people
how we got here.
The people that we're listening to that don't have any business telling us what to do, they do things in order to make themselves seem reputable. And the only real thing that you have to do for most people to seem reputable is mention religion. That's all you got to do.
Because everybody has a religion. Everybody has one, and they want to have one that they follow. So, and then they'll try to match it with some scripture or word from that for that religion to influence you to believe.
You got it. And it's there you go. What's going on, Jay Darrell? But like I said, and one of the things too is I always said this, even about the current administration, you just have to talk loud and fast and people will listen to you.
I mean, I think that has been true, but also I think it's kind of because you mentioned two things in particular, loud and fast. And it's also funny how I guess for the Daily Wire, because that's Ben Shapiro's whole outfit, and they've just laid off almost 50% of their staff. So it's like loud and fast didn't seem like it's working as well as it used to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean
I'm not laughing at people losing their job. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's like the attention economy. It seems like it's starting to shift.
Yeah. The more people hear something, the more keen they are on it. The more they begin to adapt. So when you start talking loud and fast, you're going to catch people for the first 5-10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
But then people are going to start adapting to that and starting to catch the shit you say.
Yeah. The point, I guess their point. I'm about to say, I guess their point of talking fast is so that you don't have a chance to fact check it.
Hey man, I'm still waiting. I'll be honest with you. I'm still waiting for $7,000 from the government. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like 2,000 from those tariffs and like 5 from Doge. Like I'm still waiting for that.
Who promised that?
He never said that.
Who promised that?
He never said that.
They still waiting on it? Who said that?
Yeah.
That's something that they said. Again,
the almighty they. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. How that ballroom all of a sudden, it's like it's supposed to be, donor funded.
Bruh.
Last time I checked. I'm just saying, like all I'm saying is like they said a thing and all of a sudden it's like, day one gas prices were supposed to be lower than ever. And I don't know about you, but it's like almost $100 to fill the truck up. Granted, let me hold on real quick. I want to make this point though, because someone's going to then say, well, under Biden, it was the same price. No, this is true. It's absolutely true. Because I looked in because I have 2 vehicles that are over 300,000 miles. I maintain the hell out of them, so I keep all the records, right? So July of 2022, the most I ever paid for gasoline. It was $4.96 a gallon. It's the most I have ever paid. Now, I just paid $4.70 something today. So we're about 20 cents off. And the reality is between where we were then, what happened? The demand curve went up for gasoline. One, Russia invaded Ukraine. So like wars and stuff were happening. And that's what kind of caused things to spike. The difference with this situation, though, is that it was 2 external factors that dealt into this one. We put our nose in this business here. So all I know is it just seems like, back to Brian's original point, talking loud and fast, it's like you get more keen on it. I don't know if we're getting that keen on it because it just seems like we're just kind of glossing over the fact that everything that I have heard, it seems like it's now opposite day.
Yeah. Milo says 8+ in Cali. I went to the gas station last week.
Hold on. Let's make sure we talk about regular too here now.
I want to say one thing. I do premium. I have to do premium.
I do premium too. Because big block V8s take good gas.
You want to I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about that premium life. I accidentally put premium in the car a couple times, but not on purpose.
Go on, real quick.
It says both cars do premium also. Go ahead.
Before we say anything else, no, do not put premium in your car. It will not make it go faster if you don't need it. Stick with 87.
It will not make the gas last longer. It will burn the same as regular. It is not a thicker formula that.
No, it's not. It's just the octane level is different.
Yeah.
It makes no difference. Please, just don't do it.
But no, I went to the gas station.
Don't be a dumbass.
Went to the gas station last week, and the gas was $3.80 something. A couple of days later, because I do traveling for work. A couple of days later, I had to go back. Gas was $4.67. What the absolute fuck is going on?
Profits.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Profits. There's no, and I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to. I think we've always said this, right? I have no problem with people getting money, but do you need all of it?
No, exactly. Exactly.
Do you need
all of it? Every bill?
That for me, I think is the key element of this, right? Because if you are telling me that, all right, one, let's just call a spade here, right? The demand curve for gas has remained the same, and I don't know about y'all, like the stuff that's going on overseas. Yes, that affects the price of gas, right? But how is it that the gas that's in the ground right now shot up because of gas that's not going to get her for another 4 months? And I know it's because of the supply chain and all that stuff. I get it. Like, I'm being obtuse here, but still. And if your institution is reporting profits year over year, I just kind of need to understand, like, okay, well, how much like if you're making like billions with a B,
which they are making billions.
Yeah. With a B. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm just trying to, like, for me, the math behind this, it's like, well, we need more for tech. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but you still getting billions with a B.
You said still.
Yeah,
like you already had billions before, and you're still collecting.
Yeah, so just help me understand. Like, it's
this entire country infrastructure is just people wanting more. I made $1,000 a day. I mean, I can make $2 million a day. Let's just figure out how we can do that.
That's essentially what it is, right?
It's like anytime you see something that's like, you know what? Can we make money off of this? Which is why every streaming provider has some sort of like ad free tier. It's like,
bro, every month I get an email from either Disney Plus or Netflix saying we're raising your rates.
Yeah, now that's.
I'm like, nobody is charging you more to show their content. So
it's your content.
Why are you charging everybody else more?
Here's the only way I could see how this works, right? As you know, Amazon Web Services accounts for at least 40% of the internet, and most of these streaming service providers are not hosting stuff on their own servers. It's all going through Amazon, which is why when there was that big attack, like that, not only the attack, but that issue earlier this year, when everything went down, it's like nothing worked because everything's on Amazon servers. But again, if it's your content, you're raising the rate. The only thing I can think of is that Amazon is increasing your rate for hosting your platform, right? But from a scalability standpoint, Amazon's making a ton of profit off of AWS. Like, we know that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you need all the money? Like, that's okay with people making money. Do you need all of it? Like, like the thing that got me, and I know y'all talk about whatever I refer to YouTube, having the YouTube Premium, is that that's the peasant stare, right?
What's up, Lyrics?
But you stupid. but I remember when Amazon, like, they started doing ads for their shows or whatever, right? And it's like it's like you're advertising your own stuff, and that's the ad that I see. That's one. But then it becomes just like, all right, it was like $2, then it was $3, and now it's $5. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. I'll just cut the service entirely. I'm good.
Yeah.
Just don't need it.
Do you think that the public's reaction is ever going to make a difference in these companies' decisions to raise prices and change policies and things like that? Or they don't listen to the public?
Let me say one thing. I'll say overall, I say no, because the main thing, gas. We gotta buy gas.
You can't not have gas.
Like gas is the one commodity that I will honestly say that if gas went to $12 a gallon, people will still buy it.
Yes, I mean that's why,
because we might do things differently, but
all of us you might not drive as much, but you still
there will be more. There'll be more intentional movement.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
that's why cars will get. I'm sorry.
I complain about the gas price, but not that much, because again, it's not going to do me no favors. I'll argue about it. This is BS, and what I got to do: go outside and get gas. I got to take the kids to soccer practice.
You gonna cuss while you pump it. You gonna cuss while you holding that handle, but
you damn right.
Have it.
You damn right. Exactly.
You can't not move.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you said. Now I'll make alterations. Now when I can carpool, I'll carpool. But
you're gonna start seeing people use public transit.
And please understand, I don't know how much public transit is now, but if this continues, those rates go up.
Right.
So, yeah.
I to answer you the question, will it change? Probably not, but especially for certain things, it definitely will not. Gas. We used to complain when I first got my license, you were paying like $1.50. That was a lot of money. Now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
people complain because they don't believe they can do without.
And that's I think that's a core. Milo's point is a core element of it, because we have, let's just be honest, most people have not gotten to a place to where it's like the decision has to be made whether or not they want to use this to survive. Because unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, people consider Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, consider those tools of survival. They're not.
They work them into their monthly bills
as a thing that they actually have to spend money, because you don't want to be the person like, oh, I don't have Netflix at the house. It's like, well, okay, it'll be all right. Because I remember back in, let's see here, I moved into that house in 2008. I was like one of the first people that I knew that did like the cord cutting thing. Like I completely just said, I'm not paying for cable. I used to work for Time Warner Cable and cut that bill out because it was like $150 a month. And I'm like, no, I don't need this. You're like, you don't have cable? No. Why? I don't watch it.
Yeah.
Seriously, I do. I'm the wrong person to ask.
But I mean, that's fine. But that's okay. But it's like, I don't need this. So I got rid of it. And I
get that. Yeah.
But I think that's going to that point, that's going to be the same thing. And the reason why I say that consumer behavior is going to influence this is because, remember, not too long ago, we had CEOs eating their own food and like broadcasting it because demand required it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so McDonald's dude took a bite of his burger. Like
that was a huge backfire. Yeah. I know what they were going for.
Right.
Huge backfire.
Okay. I think it just goes back to it's going to be, what is the subject that we're talking about? It's going to be, I can't generally say yes, they will be. It just depends on the necessity of said item. Like, do you really need it? Gas, we really do need it.
Yeah.
Like you said,
but we're programmed.
Cable, do you really need cable? In the grand scheme of things, you don't.
That's the thing. It's a nice luxury. Programmed to believe we do. We are programmed to believe that we need these streaming services connected to ourselves so we can be connected to something.
Oh no, I mean, I just like to have it. I don't need it. I like to have it. You asking the wrong person. Yeah. I like to have it. I'm home and I ain't going anywhere. I want to watch TV. I need the internet. I want the internet. I want to play my Xbox.
I mean, on that same note, it's not going to change anything. But on the same note, it's like these people who are in these higher positions, they got to actually see something change in their own bill for them to say, hey man, why did my XYZ bill go up all of a sudden when ain't nothing changed? Like,
these people in these higher positions ain't seen a bill in 20 years,
and it's really one of them haves versus have-nots conversations all over again. Like, bro,
agreed.
You know what?
Like, yes, they have money for it, so they probably don't see it. But it's like, all right, well, you're not affected by it. But again, I don't.
The closest I can think on that is like the Target boycott. That's the only thing where like people, we don't need, you got there's other options, and the only way you could affect people is their wallet. Now they might not have to pay bills, but if they're losing money, it's dang near the same thing.
Yeah,
right.
That's all. I mean, that's the only way you can really. So back to Brian's overall point, you can. It just depends on the situation and what the item is.
Yeah. But you would have thought that gas would have been a major one that actually everybody would have pushed back on. But apparently you can't. Gas, you just not push back on it.
I think the one thing that bothers people about gas is we don't know who to complain to.
It don't matter though.
We don't know who affects gas.
I mean, you can complain to Exxon, you can complain to BP. Who else? Like, you can complain to them.
It don't matter.
Ain't gonna do shit.
I mean, okay. Hold this. Your light bill goes up. You complain about your light bill. You gonna not pay your light bill?
No, gotta pay your light bill.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Same thing again.
So like, it's those, to your exact point. It's those commodities that you'll be like, all right, what can I skip on and what won't I? Power, anything that involves power and movement. Those two things, and power, movement, and then just overall health and wellness. That's like, cooking, the environment that you live in, all that. Like, those things are all going to be a thing, right?
Right.
So if those go up, to your point, it's like you're just going to deal with it, right?
Unfortunately,
But again, who you complain to, this is where it gets back to the people that you have in your city councils and your local governments. All this stuff plays into that. Key example is when, because even here in Raleigh, folks were complaining about their power bill going up because these data centers are now like basically stripping out all of the demand. So your power bill is increased for certain areas, not necessarily Raleigh here, but like towards the outer areas because they put these data centers where the land is cheap and they just put them there and then poof, they start sucking out all the power. But then it's like it started going to like these city councils and stuff because now if you've noticed, a lot of cities are now doing this thing where they're like, hey, these data centers really ain't hitting the way that we thought, because they're not only is it sucking out power, but also water and all these other resources too. But again, back to your other point about until it affects you, that's when it becomes a problem. And right now, I think how weird is it to say this? It's like even though gas is like $5 a gallon, it's like it's still an amount that it's kind of like, it's not. It hasn't gotten to the point where it's like I can't pay for this.
It's not that bad yet.
Yeah, it's not right, but that's the scary part because we're not even in summer yet, and gas always goes up by at least a good 50 cents in the summer.
Yeah.
Also, side note, maybe this is just me, but since Nick has a vehicle with a premium, uses a premium octane. Remember when there was only a 10-cent difference between the 3 octanes?
Yes.
And and now it's like going from 87 to 89 is like 40 cents. Going from 89 to 93 is like 80 cents.
Yes.
Like,
yes, and it's a whole dollar. It's a whole dollar between 87 and 93. It's a whole dollar.
Right.
Why? Because F you, that's why.
Because like you'll pay it.
Because you need it.
Here we are.
You need it. You driving them BMWs and them foreign cars, and y'all need premium.
Well, not all foreign cars.
Or big block V8s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, V8s,
Infinities, Nissans, Chargers.
Rams.
So
Mary Cup says I drive a diesel. I'm paying $5.69 a gallon.
I can't imagine if you
that
drove an auto diesel right now. It's just it's insane.
That is insane. But like I said, nobody knows who to blame or who to complain to because you hear things. It's like one moment you hear, oh, it's the administration. The next moment you hear, oh, it's not the president's fault that gas prices going up. He has nothing to do with it. Somebody does.
I would just this is the one time where literally the actions of this administration actually caused something to happen. And in doing so, for the most part, let's say even back in even during Trump's first term, Biden's term, or whatever the case may be, right? It's like gas went up. It's like directly speaking, the president hasn't really been the force that causes things to change, right? I mean, of course, they influence the market, but not in the same way. If you invade a country that pretty much that's a part of the supply chain, you kind of did something. A little different this time.
Yeah, you moved the needle a little bit. You moved the needle
and
a little
attack
bit.
the country that controls the pathway. You can't.
Right. It's like kind of think you did on this one, But again, I think this also still goes back to how local elections matter even in this sense too, because the way that the gas taxes are distributed, what they're used for, how much you pay for them. Now, granted, the gas tax is probably not the best example here because for the most part, it hasn't really changed in about 40 years. So, think because Trump was even saying the other day, because gas keeps going up, suspending the gas tax, but the gas tax is 18.4 cents per gallon. So it's not a whole lot, right? But still, it's just... Yeah, there are ways around this. The problem is that if you're saying who to complain to, the elected officials are the people who complain about it because, there are ways to kind of get around some of this stuff. It's just that folks don't want to use it because, unfortunately, these lobbyists, have their ear. And it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. So at this point, that's the way it is.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Suck it up and keep moving. There's nothing immediately that you're going to be able to do.
Immediately, there's nothing you can do. There's something you can do, but like you were not solving that problem tomorrow or next week, and probably not even next month.
Check out some of these apps that save you gas. The Upside app, I believe, is one that actually takes off a little bit of your gas every time you go to like a Shell station or something like that. So try these.
Or you can always get an EV.
You can. Mary Cup says it's everybody's and nobody's fault.
I think that is a very fair way to say it.
I agree. That's a good way to put it.
That's a very fair way to say it.
Yeah.
I am.
But I mean, if everybody starts getting EVs, then you're just going to find a way to gouge us for electricity.
So that is a very, to your exact point, Brian, that is probably exactly what would happen. Because all that would happen is like I said earlier, it's like, you know what? We can make some money off of this. And there you go.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't believe blindly switching to EVs is the answer.
No, it's not. Like that's me just being like that is not the answer for multiple reasons. Like that's not it is. I certainly do think that it is a pathway. But I don't think it's the answer.
Yeah.
Especially short term, because again, if your business has profits with billions. Sorry.
Marcus said y'all talk trash about them Teslas and they looking real good right now.
I think I told y'all before, I will never, ever buy a Tesla.
They would burn the oil to make the electricity and raise the rates that way. You might be right. Yeah. Very possible. Very, very possible.
And that is like, and even for like, the climate enthusiasts, right? Because that's the thing about, even with switching over to a more electrified transportation model, that energy comes from somewhere. And right now, a lot of the contributing factors are, of course, coal, oil. That's why like all these renewable energy sources were being talked about, and American independence from for energy and all that stuff was talking about moving towards like, wind, solar, and all that. That's where all this comes from. But because, buying an EV doesn't necessarily address like that problem directly. From the consumer standpoint, it's one thing, but like these power plants, they're still chucking CO2 everywhere, so it's not really fixing that problem either. But I will never buy a Tesla like that at the end of the day.
Milo says no, they don't, Marcus. They are not looking real good right now.
Teslas to me, every vehicle they have looks like the generic car from GTA 6. Like
they look like pixelated shit from like when Tomb Raider first came out.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say that. I would think like they look like cars. It's just like if AI made a car, and like that's what it is. Like there's nothing special about it. The only vehicle that I think has any sort of like special look to it is the Cybertruck, and it's only because it's basically a parallelogram. So.
There's a car somebody built on what's the game people built on Roblox?
Oh no. Mary she is absolutely right.
Mary says I will challenge a Tesla Cybertruck to a competition against my Dodge 2500 cab any day. Maybe more, but I'm getting the job done.
Oh no. Not only from the standpoint of just the vehicle itself. Like, of course, EV capacity and all that stuff, that's one factor of it, right? The second part is the Cybertruck is trash. Like it's a terribly built machine.
Yeah, it's not a truck.
Yes,
It's just called a Cybertruck.
It is a dumpster with wheels. Like Look up the best review of that vehicle. Porygon. The best review of that vehicle I have seen.
I never.
If you look up regular car reviews, and I think I posted in the chat a while ago, regular car reviews did a review of the Cybertruck, and the reviewer blasted in the most glorious way possible. It is probably one of their best reviews I've seen, and mainly because they acknowledge the fact that it's like anyone who buys this thing is buying it to basically be obnoxious. You're not buying it because it's an actual thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. People that buy it want to be in the way. And they buy it to be in the way. A Porygon is a Pokemon, by the way.
Yeah.
I
had no idea. You don't know what it is, but I had to. Yeah, Porygon is a Pokemon.
I'm about to speak the foreign language to me.
Yeah, I do believe like people who buy Cybertrucks, and no offense to anybody in here that has a Cybertruck, but y'all need to be studied.
Just kidding.
Nick, you got a Cybertruck?
No.
But y'all need to be studied, like why you make the decisions you make, what goes on inside your head.
Heck no.
I was just asked why do you have it? Did you just want to sit up higher and have more space for your stuff? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It is a symbol.
Barry says, my question to the EV drivers is, where do you walk to get a gallon of electricity? I actually think when you go to buy a EV, they give you the option of having the plug set up at your home, I believe.
In most cases they do.
Yeah. And you lease that plug,
which is
because it's not yours.
Yeah.
So you lease that plug.
Well, that's the whole thing now. We're going more and more that you don't own anything.
Why do you lease the plug? That makes
no. See, again, here's where we are. You know what? We can make money off this.
Yes. How can we make money off this?
Why? Because F you. That's why.
Right.
What if I'm in the middle of nowhere and you out of luck? I think some EVs have the capabilities of switching over to gas, and I just don't. I just think those are hybrids. Yeah, that's a hybrid.
Hybrids.
I probably would never go full electricity.
I had the hybrid one time, but I will say it's great on gas. Thankfully, I avoided any major maintenance issues because, like, replacing the lithium battery.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are steps you have to go through that because the lithium batteries can explode, right? There are steps you have to.
You just have to you have to know what you're doing, but that's like with anything that's different. Like, let's think of it this way, right? It's just like any other battery, right? You have to know what you're doing, and then that battery is heavy. Like, it's not like it's not like, you know, a couple of Duracells that you're just popping in and popping out, right? It is literally the entire length of the car and weighs probably a fifth of the car's weight potential.
Put it this way, it can cost you a couple mortgage payments.
It's like a
couple. Yes, a couple. Yes.
Yeah. No,
I had to replace like the cords one time, and they told me how much the actual replace the battery would be. Like, that was my time to know I'm not gonna keep this car for a long time. So
I don't know, and we everybody's itching for the future and what the future brings and how it's supposed to change the world and all this blah blah blah. But most of us are just like, fuck the future. I'm happy where we are. Like, as far as the things that are going, I will never be in an autonomous vehicle.
Not saying never.
I can't do it.
Never. I'm waiting on the Jetsons. I'm waiting on the Jetsons predictions to come true.
Well, I was like, wait, Brian, have you flown a plane? Have you flown in a plane? On a plane?
I've been on a plane a few times. Yeah.
That's
autonomous vehicle.
I understand. Because you have no. I can't.
I'm just saying. End of argument. We is done.
Game over.
I can't explain that. I can't explain that. In my mind, the pilot's up there, hands on the wheel, doing his thing.
Yeah, for takeoff and
hell is
maybe
Milo
Because I
talking-
can't
maybe
because
takeoff.
because I can't
What
see
the
the pilot.
hell is Milo talking about? I don't know Pokemon. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sorry,
them.
Milo.
I do not. That's no cap.
Really
I know
yeah.
Pikachu, like maybe one other character. I've never watched it. Don't know anything about Pokemon. So
Yeah,
Next
I know
up.
nothing about Pokemon.
Y'all never
so
y'all never did the Pokemon rap ever? Like,
No.
So next subject. Back to this. Back to more important things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know how planes. I know there's a guy up there not doing shit, taking a nap while the plane flies and lands.
Mhm.
But in my mind, he's flying.
okay, so it's
Uh-oh.
it's your feeling. It's
All right,
your,
here we go.
yeah, so it's your feeling that's
Mhm.
limiting your options of travel. Okay.
Yeah.
You got on a
But-
monorail before, right? I mean, it's people.
Still, monorail is guided on a track.
Okay. All right. a plane has 3 axes to worry about, not just left and right, up and down.
Get him.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, just think
I am
about
not. I will never take my hands off the wheel.
it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to be silly.
Mary asked, what does the Mary asked, what does the end of life look like for electric vehicles?
You know what? That's an interesting one, right? Because that could be, I don't know, man. Because let's think of it this way. Like I have 2 vehicles that I own. Both are from model year 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And relatively speaking, parts are cheap, right? EVs kind of fall into that same space when in terms of like maintenance of effort for a lot of other things because there are fewer components, right? Because you don't need a transmission, and some other things, right? Because it's just power to the wheels and you just move. That battery, though, I don't care like what you say, like that thing has a shelf life.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you probably got what because I'm thinking about like because how when did the first Tesla come out, like the first Tesla vehicle? Because I'm wondering like because when you get to it now, it's like you're 10 years, 12 years out. Like what does that look like? Because you're not getting the full 300 miles out of that vehicle anymore.
The original Roadster sports car was officially released and delivered to its first customer in February 2008.
Jeez. I promise you that car is not on the road anymore.
Probably not. Probably not.
It's in a museum, or one of them's in space. Yeah. I don't know, man. You got about 10 years before you have a massive repair of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But most cars have a massive repair,
Mm-hmm. But then once again, how can we make money off this? Let's make them have to come to us for repairs. You can't go to a shade tree. You can't go to Chuck down the road. You have to bring that they have to bring that vehicle to us. And we are going to charge you.
Which is why I will never, ever, ever own a Tesla.
Because if you can't afford the repairs, you shouldn't own the car.
Yep. That should be rule 101. But you gotta be able to afford the gas, you gotta be able to afford the maintenance.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready for that,
I ain't
like
I ain't never
when I
been ready
see
for it.
when I see somebody with like an F650 complain about gas, like you knew what you were.
You knew you bought that goddamn bus.
Right.
You knew you bought that bus.
Come on.
Yeah.
You
Why did you buy F650? Why did you buy it? Why would you buy anything that beeps when you have to back up? But like I said, this is just kind of where we are at this point. I kind of believe, and I keep saying this, but I believe we're numb because things and prices and demand changes so much these days. And it's not because the actual public is moving or the actual public is making any changes. It's just the higher ups think they need more at that point in time. So shit happens.
the theme song. Y'all remember the cartoon Doug song? I need more allowance.
Yeah,
basically where we are right now.
Yeah, and I heard I heard the minimum wage was actually supposed to be changing.
To what?
Hold on, let me.
By changing, you mean going up, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked this up the other day.
Yeah, for who? Talking nationally or just certain states?
It's supposed to be national.
Yeah, certain states.
But I'm trying to figure out. Let me see here. I think they were trying to aim for $20 an hour, $25 an hour by the end of the year. So let me see.
Yeah, Waffle House ain't paying that.
Yeah, okay. A group, and this is from Greenville News. The group of Democratic representatives has introduced the Living Wage for All Act in Congress. The bill proposes gradually raising the federal minimum wage to $25 an hour from its current $7.25. The legislation would also eliminate sub-minimum wage, such as tipped wage for service workers. The federal minimum wage has not been increased since 2009, though most states have a higher rate. South Carolina does not have a state minimum wage law, so it follows the federal minimum wage of $7.25. So they're trying to get it up to $25 an hour. We are going to see, and I'm all for people paying more, but with that comes the pressure on the businesses. So ultimately what this will do is destroy small businesses.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not saying it won't. It's definitely going to put it. It's a hit. Like, because the math has the math, right? Like, that's just all it's paid, right? But I would say there is a maybe. We would have to honestly do like some really, there'd be some calculations on that, because it's not like, because there are a couple places where it said like menu items for like a lot of restaurants. This is like increase it to $15 an hour, because this was like years ago people did these studies, and you were only talking about a couple dollars per menu item. Is that worth the increase in price? Was that going to turn away your customer? I don't know. But like, to your point, Brian, I think you're right. The small business is the one that's going to feel the hit. Now, I'll tell you, like any of these larger companies, it'll be like, oh, we need to like keep it down, because we won't be able to afford our second yacht. Like, that's what they're looking at. But your small business is definitely going to feel this hit.
I mean, well, could you imagine some of these manufacturing places out here that are relatively small mom and pop shops that might employ 15,000 people or 1,500 people?
Right.
If they had to move from $15 an hour up to $25 an hour, how does that affect that company?
Yeah.
They're going to
produce
the AI robot. That's all they're going to do.
I'm saying, do they produce more? Do they get the AI involved?
Yep.
Or do they let go of
to take away people? Yeah, they go find some way to take away people so they don't have to pay them, so they can keep money.
Yeah.
But let's also remember this, right? Because that was the big thing during Trump's first term, where there were several companies that were like talking about reinvesting into American businesses. Like Carrier was the key example, where they were like, yeah, we're going to reinvest into our workers, and then like wiped out a fair bit of the workforce because they started putting AI, like they started putting, let's not say AI, but they started using robots in their factories. They're going to do it anyway. It's just the speed at which they're going to do it. If it saves them money. or increases their profit margin. Let me not necessarily save the money because they want to keep that profit margin the same. They don't want to run lean. You know, like, could you imagine if Walmart started paying their employees more? They'd be like, but we can't afford that third yacht. So no, we don't want to do this.
Yep. Because it's about maintaining what their current lifestyle is. Exactly.
That's correct. It has nothing to, you know, and I'm not trying to say like, you know, I'm being a bleeding heart here, but like it's going to hit your small company. Like that's the one who, like, there has to be some sort of, like, not wiggle room's not the way I want to say it, but there's got to be a path forward where this makes sense, because honestly, the big corporations are not going to feel this at all. Like, it'll just be like, oh, okay, and this is what it is.
I don't know. I think Walmart, you'll see differences in Walmart and Target.
No, you'll see it, but again, you're talking about companies that post billions of dollars in profit.
Yeah,
you know, your workforce doesn't. The human capital won't equate to that much. To let's say, for example, to like soak that all up. Human capital isn't gonna do that. Like that's a supply chain that's mixed into there that would do that. So then, in essence, your supply chain is going to probably be a factor, and that's going to increase the cost of things. So it's going to have a downstream effect, because anytime you increase the minimum wage, people are like, oh, well, you know, we can make money off of this. And here we go.
Yep, there we go. But I believe once they do that, they'll start being more attention paid to degrees, high school diplomas, things that were usually kind of discounted during resume searches and job watches.
So you're saying that they'll filter more?
Yeah, I think there'll be a more intrusive filter on hiring practices.
I think it depends on the job. I'll be honest. Like, I have learned, you know, and again, I am a shade tree mechanic. Like, that's me. But I have learned so much off of YouTube University that you know, like you couldn't, like, I'm not saying I'm ASE master technician. That is not at all what I'm saying here. But, you know, I have literally ripped out the entire axle of my car. My neighbor's wondering, what are you doing to this vehicle? You know? So the thing about it, though, is that I think you're going to start focusing more on the experience, the caliber of the experience of the individual.
Yeah.
You know, and where I think degrees are going to play is, how do you translate that degree into work experience?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, there are people who have, like, I'm also a certified project manager. And I will tell you that some of the worst project managers I have dealt with have the same certification that I have, but they're trash. Nick,
skills do not translate to completing courses. Skills do not translate into completing courses.
I'm sure Nick knows some bad lawyers. You don't have to name them, but I'm sure you know some.
Oh yeah, I will.
And they went through the same bar. They took the same bar that you did.
They sure did.
And they're trash.
Yeah, sure.
So it's. I think you're right as a metric, but it's going to be like, how do you translate this into actual work experience? And I think that's where you're going to start to see, you know, things separate from the chaff in that sense.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, man, I like the conversation around just education in and of itself is a big one, because I think, and I tell people this all the time, I think one of the cornerstones of any functioning society, you have two roles of people that I think are severely underpaid. One are first responders, and two are teachers.
Preach.
Bar none. Like, so if you want to get a better caliber of your electorate or the public, start paying those people more, and you'll probably start to see a change. I will sit off.
It'll be an immediate change too. Once you start paying people more, they start enjoying where they are more, and they start taking more responsibility.
Because I mean, if you got to work, if you have to work 2 jobs and you have no time to do anything, it's like, well, why do I need to invest in this system, in this community or system, as you put it? Why do I invest in this? It's like I am getting literally nothing out of it. So at this point, if you start, if to your point, Brian, if we started paying people more, like at least to be able to live, I think things will just shake out a little bit better because then you don't have to worry about as much. Like, I can make ends meet. I can eat and not have to worry about where my next meal is going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think this is a pivotal time in human history. Like, we've been through some shit over the last 40 years. And I've been there for every step of it.
Yeah, bruh. The millennial is the generation that has had like no real rest.
None. It's always been, we've always been practicing drills, trying to figure out what to do if something happens, what to do during the pandemic. It's always been some shit. Like, this house has never been quiet.
And by the time it gets quiet, something else comes running through. It's like, here comes a new challenger. Like,
yeah, exactly. Milo says, well, the teachers aren't teaching anything useful. If they are being paid more, it can't be for the shit they've been teaching. I believe recently, the last five or so years, I think the teachers' arms have been chained.
Yes.
They've been watched and prodded and probed and made sure they were teaching exactly what whoever is in charge of the educational system has been wanting them to teach. So they haven't been able to show their full potential in the classroom because it's they're always being watched for something.
And now to add to that, right? Because I don't think it's necessary. Like, the curriculum is one thing, but it's how it is being taught. You know, because people always say this thing like, why do I need to learn algebra? Have you ever tried to figure out, like, well, if I have 2 cups of this and 1 cup of that, what do I need to get it to this next point? That's an algebra problem.
That's algebra,
right? That's algebra, right?
Now,
So
word problems. Fuck word problems. I don't give a damn.
Right.
You don't need no fucking word problems.
I mean, well, if you go through a Reddit thread, that's basically a word problem.
Words and math just don't mix. Words and math just don't fucking mix to me. I don't get it.
But what I'm saying is, I think there is in context, right? Is yes, because I've had some fantastic teachers throughout my life, but what separates them is at that time you could kind of I don't say do things your own way, but you could kind of like make the course into kind of what you wanted it to be. Whereas now it's got to be like this.
Yes.
And unfortunately, not everybody teaches that way, you know?
You have some people that are very, very gifted with being creative and out the box.
And but the other side of that coin too is that I don't necessarily disagree with Milo either, because the reality is that there are some things that emphasis is being put on the wrong things for for every student, because not every student needs to, if they're, how do I want to put this? It's almost like if we started doing more like career counseling and kind of thinking about what you want to do earlier in your school career, and then by the time you get to a certain point, you can kind of start moving down a certain track as you're going along, versus having to be like, okay, by the time you're like 10 years deep in the last 2, you're trying to figure out like where you want to go. It's like, well, that's kind of not the point. If this is to get you ready to get out, why are you not teaching me the things that I need to know to get me out? I think all these things can have a better look. Someone could take a look at this, but you know what? I don't think this is working out very well. Let's think about this.
Yeah. But nobody does. Mobile, you got something for us tonight?
Oh, we playing it? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we were a little too deep here this
Hey,
evening.
man.
No, you good. You good. We can always circle around.
Yeah, of course I got one.
All right, tonight it's time for Mobile's moment. This is when we give Mobile a second to give us something to pontificate over. Tonight, Mobile's moment is brought to you by Red's Wicked Apple. It'll get you there.
Is that any good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good. All right, so Mobile's moment tonight is going to be. Hold on, that's the wrong button. Here we go.
Don't share that tab, Brian.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Show's over.
Mobile's moment is going to be name at least one bad habit you have.
I'm a fingernail biter.
Is that it? The fingernail biter?
Well, he said name one. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm all my fault.
Way to stick to the script.
Thank you.
I have a habit of being complacent. Yeah. I'll get into a groove and figure out that this is a nice place to be and stay there for a long period of time.
I think that's just being a human being. I don't think that's a bad habit.
I think it's a bad habit. I mean, you should always be moving. You should treat life like a shark. You should always be moving. Always be looking for the next
for you. For a moment,
I
see it, but I don't. That's not really a real egregious bad habit,
right? Because everybody's I'm good. It's like once you get to a certain point, like, I don't think I need to spend any more energy to get better at doing this thing. I am good enough, and therefore I am right here.
Well, everybody don't like complacency in people, so it does tend to cause an issue.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is a wonderful character trait. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that is just being a human being.
Yeah. Mary says my ex-husband still has a pace in my brain. I don't think you should. Okay. Milo says I cuss a lot. Nick. What's your bad habit, buddy?
I have a bad habit of being right a lot. No, I'm kidding. I'm kind of like with Rich. Sometimes fingernail biting. I try to stop that, but I get stressed out, and next thing I know,
So I was going to ask Nick, like, what's your trigger? For me, it's boredom. Like for me, if I'm like in what the time that it really gets me is when I'm driving, because if you're like that drive from Raleigh to Columbia is not exciting by any stretch of the word, and it's like I'll like gnaw a whole finger off. There's nothing stimulating. So
like, I'm either stressed out or I'm just the only time I feel if I'm bored, I'm just at my desk at work and I'm just sitting there. Like next thing I know, I done chewed a fingernail. I didn't even realize I did it until after the fact. So
you be nubbing for the next 2 weeks, like
sitting there just spitting pieces of fingernail all over the office.
Nah, that's nasty. At least I throw the trash now. No, that's nasty.
I got
so.
What's a bad habit that I have? I'm trying to that I can share. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So,
You'll get canceled, Mobile.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's a bad habit that I have that I can share? I mean, I apparently since coming back from Virginia this past week. Yeah, it was last week. I was there. It is graduation time. My grandmother and my aunts, they keep saying I drive fast. I'm like, is that really? Y'all keep saying I do. I don't think I do, but
Do you hit the speed? Are you over the speed limit?
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, it's kind of an all or none there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I wish Marcus was still here. Is he here? Because his bad habit is he defends anyone named Russell.
Is he sit down? I don't think he probably faded out.
He'll hear that later.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mary says, my bad habit. I like people until they start talking.
But the fact that you need to put something in your mouth for a stimulation is worth it. The fuck?
That's the fingernail conversation right there.
No.
I read that. See, I read it. I didn't say it.
I hate people sometimes.
I hate stupid people.
I hate really stupid people.
Yeah, like because I have zero issue.
That just escalated from people, stupid people, really stupid people. That's just
kind of no. I think there's it's a fair escalation because
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying it's just funny.
Difference of opinion is fine. I have no problem with difference of opinion, but it's like we got all this internet, and you still choosing to think that like sunbathing your taint is gonna like give you immortal, make you immortal. Like it's just like, yes, exactly.
It's just funny how all these topics we talk about today. I legit seen some post somewhere about all these things.
Right. It's like, how did you get here?
All this internet out here, and you still
all this good internet. It is
not even look for positive information or factual information. You just
how
well, I mean, that's just where we it's just it just kind of marks where we are. What's going on, Rob? Kind of marks where we are. People don't need to study anymore. We had dictionaries and encyclopedias back in the day. People don't need those anymore. They just need to ask the next forum if they're right or if they're wrong. And if there are enough people up there as delusional as you, you're going to be right.
Yeah, all you need is one, right?
I was watching this documentary on this cult leader named Nature Boy the other day. I don't know if you ever heard of that guy.
You talked about that last time. Yeah.
Don't follow it, Brian. Don't do it.
No. He didn't have any real direction of philosophy or anything. He was just somebody who talked loud and fast and found a bunch of people who listened to somebody who talks loud and fast. And they followed this man damn near to the end of the earth. So I don't think people are researching or figuring out how to think logically anymore. They're just looking for somebody to lead them.
It just doesn't. I mean, you might be right. There might be some validity to it, but I don't know. I'm not. That's not one of the things I care to research. So,
yeah,
and I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be a test subject either. So,
I get it. Sometimes I think there's a senses in the lips, that mouth.
See, why are you reading?
She's still talking about it.
You could read.
She's
and not vocalize.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that she's not wrong. I'm just saying that like,
I
am. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Anybody got any shotgun topics? Anything you want to get off the head before we get up out of here?
Did I miss anything with the Dr. Bryant story? Y'all roasted her yet or no?
Ooh.
Please inform us on the Dr. Bryant story, sir.
Oh yeah, man.
Go ahead, Mobile. Go ahead.
Story, man. She got on the Breakfast Club earlier this week and tried to prove that she was a doctor, and everybody's asking her like, all we want you to do is say that you went to school and you got a degree. And she's saying that, well, she legit said that she can't get. She tried to. It was just dumb. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff out there. like she said that she tried to go to the school to get a transcript because she was applying to work at the school, but they couldn't find it. Then she went and researched it. They tried to offer her some money back, and when I tell you she went around the world and earth to come back to the same spot to tell you nothing. She is. All people really want to know is, did you go there? Did you graduate? Do you have your degree?
And who is this lady? You said Amy Bryant?
No, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne Bryant.
She's-
Dr. Cheyenne
she's
Bryant.
the-
And then she was, there's so much stuff going on about it. Like she's saying that, you know, she used pretty privilege, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay. She's trying to call herself a life coach. She was trying to call herself a therapist. Bottom line is, we just want to know if you're a doctor. That's it. And she's saying that I don't need she was just saying some crap about being being a therapist allows you to build insurance companies and all this other. I'm like, when I tell you, she is legit talking in circles.
Hey, she
like
is the
exposed.
She is like the red pill movement. She's like the idealized version of a woman in the red pill movement. Like that's where it kind of seems that's where she sits.
All I know is she's getting roasted.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
like, type Cheyenne, CHENN,
yeah,
EY, something like that. Cheyenne Bryant. It starts with a C. You'll trust me.
Oh,
just type in Dr. Bryant. You'll probably see.
She says I have multiple degrees, and my thing is that my proof isn't something that I have to prove to individuals. My proof is already within my credentials, my degrees, and also more than just my titles. It's in how effective I've been.
Effective with what though? Like, what are you effective at doing? Lying? Because you're damn good at that. Because at this point now, it's really one of those. She's been lying so long that she's convinced herself that she's a doctor.
This sounds like the School Spirit skit from Kanye's album. You get your bachelor's, then you get your master's, then you get your master's, then you get your PhD.
So it says the celebrity wellness guru received a wave of backlash after revealing in an interview with Joe Budden that she does not have a therapy license, saying that a license is really only needed so you can bill insurance.
Yep.
And that she prefers not being bound by the ethical and regulatory standards that therapists typically are.
So this comes back to our earlier conversation where I hate stupid people.
Yep.
I hate really, really, really stupid people. This is just
ignorant. This is. I'm sorry.
This is coming from.
I'm actually, it's funny. It's funny because I've actually heard that argument made for someone. It's like, well, why don't you just get like an actual credential? It's like, well, it's a part of the system, and I'm like,
and. Yeah, exactly.
What you're practicing in that, what you want to practice that said.
Which gets back to what we were talking about with an ASE certified mechanic. It's like, I don't want to go to you if you don't know none of the shit you're talking about.
Yeah. Exactly. You guessing.
Right. It's like this vibes with me. So
yeah,
absolutely not.
Yeah, like I said, when I say roasting her, I don't know if she apparently she's not a doctor. Apparently, they're saying that she dropped out or didn't finish the course, but because she didn't finish the course, she's still trying to claim that.
No, and let's also call out Milo's last comment. I mean, no, they deserve all the smoke too.
Milo's last comment, but we call other men that have said degrees and still lie.
Oh no, they need to smoke too. And I think that, to be fair, I think that's also why because she's a black woman is why she's getting ethered the way that she is. Let's not kid ourselves.
But the professional community, and I'm like, yeah, they're roasting her. Like, yeah, the doctors and the real therapists out there who actually put in the hours and the dissertation. That's another thing. They said they couldn't find her dissertation. Like, yeah, that makes when I say it's a lot of valid points out there, because granted, people will make it's a hot button topic as well as been for the week.
I mean, she popped up at a time where people needed somebody to talk to, and she impacted on it or impounded on it. What do you want to say?
She just talked so much that she ruined her own reputation.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you talk yourself out of, like, instead of convincing everybody that you won, you somehow convinced everybody that you don't know what you're doing.
Give somebody enough rope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to hang themselves. Mary shotgun topic. So my daughter called me earlier this week and said her boyfriend got beat up by 2 meth heads. Is it strange because I hired 3?
Why'd you read that? Oh God. Why'd you read that out loud?
All right. I'm going to defer to my attorney.
Thank you, Mobile.
Oh shit!
Silent.
But yeah, back to the the Mary, whatever her name is, Cheyenne Bryant situation. That's just
I ain't assuming anything. I don't know anything about the story.
Well, I'm just saying it's just one of those.
Milo saying I'm assuming. I ain't assuming anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about it.
But you're assuming that she doesn't put in the hours.
She
might have.
She could have. But she doesn't have to. But if she doesn't have, again, you don't have the proof for it. Because again, if she's saying that she went to this university and now this university is no longer in existence, how could you prove that she's got the hours? It's a show and prove thing now.
But I think everybody that gets certified is on a registry.
They are.
To a certain extent, yes. But also it's like I guess we're in the phase of I was the general manager at Toys R Us and Radio Shack.
Yep.
Is this the argument that we're making?
Yep. I was a pilot at Spirit. I really was. I mean, you can't tell me I wasn't. You cannot say I wasn't working at Spirit. I was a pilot. I was there.
Okay.
This one
got to take your word for it. Can't prove you wrong.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing: pilots log their hours, though, so that you would. To kind of back to the other point, like her dissertation should exist somewhere, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that doesn't mean that she hasn't put in the hours of the work, but if you're saying that you have this thing, I mean, I'll be honest, like if you had a dissertation, you would at least keep it.
Yes.
Like if that's
it's again the dissertation's it's a research studied topic.
Correct. You would keep that. Like you would have it. Like you would just have it.
That's your science. That's your thing that you.
That is your calling card.
Yeah, that's your.
You would have that. Like and like so again, she might have been all the hours, all that stuff, and half of I don't say all of this stuff could be true, but if you're telling me that she doesn't have her like a version of her dissertation somewhere.
Kind of suspicious.
Hey, but you know what? But hey, what do we know? We're just guys talking on the internet. So.
Well, shit. Even Rob says his wife has hers. I don't know. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up? Anything you want to talk about?
What was it that
Mortal Kombat has a 65%?
Thank you. That actually was mentioning that, and I don't know if I want to see it. I still don't know if I want to. And I think it comes down to Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. It's just something about him in that role.
It's definitely miscast.
I just
Carl Urban. I've been calling that man Keith Urban, and you've been letting me do it.
Hey man, sometimes you just let people go.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but again, when I don't know. But like you, Rich, that's the only things like, and the trailers are making him be a central figure in the movie.
Yeah,
and it's like It ain't meshing.
For
you were a geek in Thor Ragnarok. You were a geek, and now someone believe you Johnny Cage.
But he was also, he's also Judge Dredd,
and he's Butcher, and he's Butcher in The Boys.
He did. So, I know he did.
And I think this is the core of it, right? Lyndon Ashby did a fantastic job playing Johnny Cage in the 1995 movie.
Yes, he did.
All of it.
He's 80 now.
No,
Brian, not the time, Brian.
I don't think he's 80, but he's too old to play. But he's too old to play that role, right?
But he played Johnny Cage perfectly.
But yeah, he played that role right. He just doesn't. Now I said this earlier before the show started. If he was Kano, I could see it.
Ooh, I could.
But the guy who played Kano was the reason why that other movie was at least tolerable.
I agree.
Outside of the first 15 minutes.
I agree. That's a good point. Yeah, he's just for him to be Johnny Cage of all characters. It just doesn't line. It doesn't line up. But here's another place where I'm like, so we're talking about him playing a miscast role in a fighting game movie. I promise you, when we get to Street Fighter, I'm wondering how many people we're gonna look at and be like, you shouldn't have done this. 50 Cent as Balrog should not have been done. Like I'm pretty certain we're gonna see him play that role and be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you're like 50? Literally 50. I mean, that's a possibility. I was gonna say just having Dan in there and Jiro as a character is just whatever. But
Nick, that's a better one because Andrew Schultz's Dan is even worse. Like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm sorry, I tried to forget that, but I can't.
Which is why I went to 50 first because I think that's just not a. I don't think that one worked. But that's even worse. Like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
he is in Street Fighter. Who is he playing in Street Fighter?
Who?
Andrew Schultz.
Dan Hibiki.
Oh,
the SNK knockoff character.
Yeah. Rio. Yeah. Right.
But I'm still going to see it. Like with Mortal Kombat, I want to see it in theaters. It's just a matter of will I have the time to see it in theaters?
I was never on roids, Rob. I was never on roids. I was au natural. But
I mean, you have to read that out loud, though.
I'm just saying,
right?
Had to address it.
Yeah,
you gotta let the listeners know you're reading their shit.
No, nothing's about roids.
Not all the time.
You got like 3,000 tonight. Brian,
hey, Brian, check the group chat real quick. I threw another one up just for fun.
Oh.
And it's because Milo posted it. She said she made some Oreos from scratch. I'm curious on how you did that. That we'll have to talk somewhere.
All right, we're gonna do one more mobiles before we get out of here.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm with his. Yeah, sorry.
I can tell you which two won't go.
All right, all right. So it's one has to go: brownies, cookies, Oreos, or Rice Krispie treats.
Rice Krispie treats. See ya.
Yeah, goodbye, Rice Krispie treats.
So no. All right. So I will tell you the two for me that have zero chance of ever going anywhere. Cookies. Now, because again, I see chocolate chip cookie, and that to me is the cookie. So I would say that's
a gold tier. That's a gold tier cookie. Chocolate chip.
That's gold tier. Oreo is a very close second. The only reason why I say close second because if you look at what a serving size of Oreos is, it's 2 cookies. It's 140 calories.
Fuck that.
So
I'll clear out a row.
No one eats 2. You eat 8.
Yeah,
exactly.
With 8 ounces of milk at least. So
see, I use it for milkshakes. That's why I got cookies and cream. That's why I say Oreos.
That's fine. And I'm out in. I would agree on that account too, because that's the other side of the coin too, right? Because with cookies, if we're talking about chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chip cookie dough, ice cream, like you need that. So it just kind of works, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it gets hard because between the Rice Krispie treat and a brownie.
Don't you do that, Rich. It's not that hard.
Now,
No,
hold on a
man.
second. Hold on a second. Let me. All right, because brownies are like the one dessert that people screw that up a lot. Like,
It's supposed to be crisply and crinkly on the top. Why is it not crisply and crinkly? Why is this a cake?
right, it's like people mess that up, or they'll add stuff to it, and it's like this doesn't need to be enhanced in any way, shape, or form. Like,
Nope.
don't
Follow the
add-
instructions on the
We are
box.
We are not of the
Keep
same.
it
tribe.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. Fresh
But-
Krispie can still go though.
But Rice Krispie treats, though, it's like it is the simplest of all of these to create, right? And the margin of error, it's pretty small. But if you have a fantastic brownie, it beats a Rice Krispie treat hands down.
Every time.
That's
Yeah.
why
Every
it's
time.
gone. That's why it's gone
Which-
right there.
Which is why I would have to say, for me, Rice Krispie treat had to be the one.
It's not even close. Get them out of here.
I'm sorry.
We are not of the same tribe in here.
Yeah, Rice Krispie treats can get up out of here.
I think.
Oh, I hate all three of y'all.
I'll say this.
You
Wait,
need-
wait, wait. I don't
Hold on,
think
man.
Rice Krispies
Hold
are
up.
trash.
Let me. No, y'all say it's no. Or no.
Go ahead, Mobile.
Rice Krispie treat is simple. You don't need Oreos. You need actual milk or ice cream to go with it, just for it to be even good.
I mean, you're not wrong, Mobile. Like, you're not wrong.
You don't
Yeah,
need
maybe
anything
a
for a
little
Rice
bit.
Krispie treat.
Yeah, you got a little wrong.
You can eat everything else solo by itself. You can eat a brownie without milk. You can eat cookies without
can't.
milk.
You can't.
Rice
As long as they're
Krispie
cooked
treat.
properly, but yes. But go.
You can eat peanut butter and jelly
Oreo,
sandwich without milk. It's
You
good.
need to pair it with something.
There you go.
Mm-mm.
There
Sorry.
you don't. There you don't.
Sorry.
No, there you don't.
I've never had a
You
mind
kill-
blowing.
you
I've
wanna
never had.
peel
I've
two
never.
cookies off, licking the cream, and then you just have the cookies. What are you
I
going
don't
to
do
do? That's just the chocolate cookies by itself.
I've never
No.
eaten a Rice Krispie treat and felt, this is it.
No, for the
The
record,
other
I
three-
don't.
It's not supposed to be some side of satisfying taste and feeling. Like, no, I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, the Rice Krispie treat is good. Made correctly. Even the box one that you buy at the store, nothing wrong with Rice Krispie treat, bro. There's nothing. They serve them at. You don't see Oreos.
I'm a little upset.
You don't see Oreos sold by the Girl Scouts. You don't see Oreos sold by for baseball teams. None of the Oreos are. Come on, this Oreos.
It's like
For the record, I don't think Rice Krispie treats are trash. I'm not.
agree.
Saying that. I agree, but if I got to pick one out, it's not even close.
Somebody in the chat said they were trash. I'm like, nah, bro.
No, they're not. No, and that's like see the thing is, it's like the Rice Krispie treat is like the safe option if you were going to like make a dessert at an office potluck. Like you can't screw that up.
Oh, yo, wait, Rich, hold on. Yes, you can.
What?
Yes, you can.
You could
You can
screw
screw it up.
anything.
That's the point. Yes, you can.
You could screw anything up. Like so,
Exactly.
You're right. Like for example, there are people who can make bad pizza. It's almost impossible. But you can do it, right? So
Sandwich.
so to that point, but I think that's the thing is that all the other three, even though yes, you need basically you need an accessory for an Oreo. Like I'm not going to deny that fact because like if I have an Oreo, it's like immediately I know there's 6 of them and there's 8
You go
ounces
to
of
a
milk.
bake sale, you're not going to see Oreos on the table.
I don't eat Oreos with milk. I don't eat it with milk. I can eat Oreos by itself. Nope.
Okay, well that's I mean you can, I just don't. But
That sounds.
But
that's
but
living
each
dangerous. That's all I'm saying. That's
But each one
eat
one
Oreos,
of those
putting a sleeve of Oreos with nothing else is that is crazy. We are not.
don't get me wrong.
We are
I
not.
do question. I question Nick now because it's like you know what that's like from a dessert
Bruh.
standpoint. That's almost like Popeye's biscuit territory. Like
Seriously.
Well, no. You didn't hear me. I eat with ice cream, but I don't. Honestly, though, I don't.
you said
eat a lot
ice
of
cream.
dessert.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But
I
I
don't-
think even in that same space, Nick, it's like Oreos require an accessory. They require an accessory to make it to like complete the package, but it doesn't change the fact. But hold on, but it doesn't change the fact that Oreos, like, they just hit a certain tier of dessert where it's like,
yes,
this is great.
I'm good here right now.
Chocolate chip cookies, even which I think, like, when people talk about like boneless chocolate chip cookies, I'm like, I don't understand. Just you underbake them or whatever you added to them to make them really soft. Cool, but chocolate chip cookies again, same thing. Brownies, when brownies are fantastic, they're perfect. The Rice Krispie treat, it's like, yeah, this is good, but I'm never going like, oh shit, did you know?
I'm sorry. There's just like there's 3 up here and one is just a little below. It's easy. I'm sorry. I'll eat Oreos. I'm sorry.
I think that's really. It definitely is not saying that it's trash, because I absolutely agree.
Well, Mobile, which one did you say had to go? The Oreos?
Oh, Oreos, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oreos out of there. Oreos out of there.
I think we have found Mobile's Michael Bay.
But I'm not going to say I'm not going to enjoy a good Oreo, but it's just
I can't tell.
But nah, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?
No. Oh God. No. I know this is coming from you, man. I respect it though.
I'm not. Oh, now here's the other question. The only other question I have regarding Oreos, like, which variant of Oreos, like the double stuff, the regular, the thin ones,
just the regular
chocolate cup. See, they got too many variants.
Either the regular or the golden kind. I don't like the double stuff. It's too sweet for me.
Really?
No, I don't like the double stuffed either. I like the regular.
Yeah,
regular.
Yes.
I can't. When y'all said the golden ones, like I now that
I do. I've had golden before too.
It's like, no, I don't. We don't do that.
Golden or red, but just as long as it's just the regular size. I don't like double stuff. I don't like thin.
What about the like, the ones like the fudge covered ones, like during the holidays that come out? What do y'all think about those?
I tolerate them. It's a lot.
I'm with Nick. I tried them once and I was like, this is a mistake.
I gotta draw a line at some point there.
Yeah.
You haven't had one of the fried Oreos at the fair?
Delicious. Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Yes. Yeah, Brian, delicious. Yes. Yeah. Changed my life.
No.
They are unhealthy as can be.
As can be.
They are so good. I
but
never
if you
thought
only eat them once a year at the fair, then you're fine.
Yeah,
don't be at home dipping fucking Oreos in batter and shit. Just eat the shit at the fair.
That's another thing. That's another thing that you do with Oreos with extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, we ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do all that. See, they're telling you that you have to do extra shit for Oreos in order for it to be powerful.
You don't have to. It's just
just something
like a pizza.
Huh?
You can have a cheese pizza, or you can have pepperoni and mushroom pizza.
And I said,
if you have no soul, you can have pepperoni and pineapples. You have no soul. But,
I like the pineapple and ham pizza.
And no soul. There you go. No soul.
Oh.
That's a whole other debate. We ain't got time for that.
Oh, anyway.
We ain't got time for that one.
I like the Hawaiian pizza. It's good.
No, Brian, we don't want to go.
I tolerate that pizza.
Oh, that's too rich. I feel like both.
I tolerate. No. Hold on a second. I don't go out to, and I will not ever go actively. No, you know what? Let me not lie. Because there's a place here. There's a place over in Durham called Enzo's. That place actually has a really good Hawaiian pizza.
That does not exist. Oh.
No, hey man, nah. It's
Mobile. Tell me it's not 3-1 Mobile.
3-1.
Oh,
I had to try it. I did it at House of Pizza here.
Oh,
I had to try it.
All y'all soulless. Oh man.
I had to see what the hype was, man. And I'm like, all right, I see it.
It's like it doesn't replace like your standard, but
it doesn't replace anything. Oh my gosh, what does the world come to? Oh my gosh! All right,
see, now you know the feeling, Nick.
I do, man.
Just that quick.
Just like that. What comes around comes around. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
All right,
Hey,
y'all.
y'all.
We're gonna end this podcast tonight. I appreciate everybody that came in to keep us company and allowing us to do the same thing. We'll be back next Thursday with more topics, more things to talk about. For me, for Rich. Oh, let me get this picture up here. For me, for Rich, for Mobile, for Nick, we're gonna have a good night, and y'all do the same. Holla at you. Peace.